Alright, welcome back to another episode of Dave Makes Food. Today we're going to be using up the remaining meat from the pork shoulder we bought. We've cut it up into pieces about an inch or two long per side and placed them into a freezer bag to marinade. Here's the jerk marinade I posted in an earlier video. It's a good base recipe, but adjust it to your own preferences or however you're feeling that day. This is about 3 pounds of meat and I poured in all the marinade. It was a little bit too much, but that just makes extra sauce or gravy no big deal. Remove as much air as you can from the bag and mix it around and leave it to marinate in the fridge overnight and up to 3 days. When it's time to cook, I just put everything into a non-stick pan and turn the heat to medium-high. This is a bit slower and doesn't get quite as good of a sear as putting them into a hot pan, but this method makes minimal surface cleanup, which I prefer. The browning won't start until most of the water evaporates, but this is a braising dish, so you shouldn't be in a hurry anyways. Once you've got a decent sear, I like to add in some large cut carrot and onion. These will add additional flavor to the sauce. Then add in enough chicken stock to submerge everything. Add in the leftover marinade from the bag as well. Add a loose fitting lid and leave to simmer for about 60 minutes. After that time, add 1 can of drained white kidney beans or butter beans. I forgot to hit the record button, so sorry about that. The beans will help thicken the sauce. Cover and simmer for another 30 minutes. And after a total cooking time of 90 minutes, your jerk pork stew should be ready. The meat shouldn't be falling apart, but it should break apart without much resistance. That's how I prefer it anyways. As you can see, the sauce has thickened nicely. Garnish with some bias cut green onions. And that's it! Alright, and that's how you make my stewed jerk pork shoulder. This is an incredibly easy and cost-effective recipe to make. Pork shoulder is a perfect cut to use in braised dishes. When slow cooked like this, the meat breaks down into tender, melt-in-your-mouth pieces. Because the marinade is basically turned into the sauce, it's important you are happy with the flavor of the marinade from the start. It should have a balanced flavor profile of salty, sour, sweet, and spicy with pungent notes from the thyme, garlic, allspice, and hot peppers. Pair it with your favorite rice to have a complete meal. It might not be the lightest dish in the world, but it is certainly delicious and comforting. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and give it a try the next time pork goes on sale. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for another recipe.